Here I'm performing the MC Glute Lunge, which is something that I learned from the coach Mark Carroll. But basically, I am just lunging backwards while I'm placing my stand stick in that same position the entire time. You've been wondering why I'm putting my hand on that bar. Basically, what I'm doing is pushing against the bar so that I am having this horizontal intent. So the only thing I'm thinking about is moving forward and the bar is pushing me backwards. And so this creates that cue or a signal to my brain that I want to push against the bar and push against it going forward. So that is why the non-working leg is just moving forward and backward, while my working leg is the one that is staying stationary on that elevation and is just driving forward and then allowing the bar to push it backwards. So remember, this bar is not for me to grab on, but this bar is for me to push against. And this creates that signal to my brain and my body that I'm fighting the bar in that horizontal intent, that horizontal forward direction. So when I'm going backwards, the bar is pushing me back and allowing me to drive back. And when I'm going forward, I'm actively using my stance leg or my non-moving leg to drive forward using that glute musculature. Another thing that I want to mention is that we want to lean forward ever so slightly so that we lengthen the glute muscle of the stance leg or the non-moving leg, which is the working leg that we are focusing on, so that we put that muscle under that lengthened position to work on. And so the few cues I want to be using is number one, hand is pushing against the bar and not just grabbing and holding the bar. Number two, lean forward ever so slightly. Number three, horizontal intent, thinking of pushing, driving forward and pushing against the bar, and then letting the bar push you backwards. The stance leg is never moving, it's always standing at a one stationary position, while my moving leg is just lightly tapping forward and backwards. You can use an elevation if you want to. If not, it's not necessary, and you can just use a flat ground. But the elevation just allows for that increased depth and increased range of motion.